Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the pYanodons painful playthrough. It's fantastic, Mr. Ghost. I've been a little busy with rail. Yep, I have redone all of my rail segments, and I'm working on loaders down here. Oh, look at that. A 2-lane overpass T. Oh, looky here. We got some new yard work here, some yards. This is my favorite one. It's simple, but imagine having this way back. Yeah, let's reminisce back when the, what do you call it? The 1.1, and we're playing Factorio version 13, 14, whenever you started. I started on 13 and started earnestly playing on 14, I think. And then, we just couldn't do this. We can go over rails now. Look at that. It's beautiful. I don't know if I should go in the center. Well, I mean, I'm okay. It doesn't matter where that little thing goes. Now that I think about it, I might put the support in the middle, because then it won't interfere with the signal. Yeah, I'm going to redo that one there. Yeah, glad I thought of that. So there we go. Go back in here. And let's see, what else do we have? Oh, I got to put these down. I forgot. I was moving things around because it was all over the place, and I had to get organized. New blueprint books, folks. Look at that. Now let's go up here. I'll get some rail for this. I want to keep the segments down on the ground here because I may need to fix things. So we'll grab a few of those while I'm running my dog down. Look, it's got a little paw. It's cute. Look at that. Just look at it. I have this new rail, Factorio Rail 2.0, is so awesome. It is crazy. So let's go through this here. Now, the one thing that was tricky about the rail was the angles, because they changed the how they are placing down. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. I tried reading the Friday facts, but I'm too dumb to understand it all. These guys are smart, That's why they're millionaires and I'm not. So anyway, so you look at how tight you can get this now. One gap. Now you can put rail. You've always been able to do certain things with the rail, but you weren't able to get these curves. And these are kind of standardized curves. I'm not entirely sure like how many different variations there are, but it does its thing, right? When it curves down. So to get an idea here, I've got my old lane. Let's see, that's 4-lane. Here's 2. Yeah. So let's get an idea here. Let me get my yard. Here it is. This is the old 8-lane yard. It is literally just shy. I think it's 4 tiles shy of a 50% reduction in space. And then this 4-laner here is a 50% reduction actual. Wow, that's crazy. And that's because they're allowing these really gradual curves. Now, let's see, we went over that. Here's another thing about the rail here. So I've got the 4-lane by 4-lane overpass intersection here. Now, the problem is the curves. So you have to, I had to create a little extension here. I could blueprint this along with the rail, but I don't need it, because if you're placing over existing rail, like let's say I want to put it in, wherever, because the blocks aren't going to be occupied yet. So this interacts obviously with the old rail system. So I can pull up X amount of rail and just slap it in here. So I don't have to pull up, a little bit less rail, I guess. So a little less work for the bots, because I don't want them getting mad at me. Let me stop the thing there. So these angle pieces here were surprisingly easy. You know what? Now that I think about it, I could have taken these two here, because when I designed the two laners, I did it by hand, and the power poles are the reference. Those are what lock the rail in, and then you just formulate your rail to conform to that. So the rail has to line up, but your power poles are what makes the grid pull together. So that's your key, your power poles and your, and then you have to signal opposite here. As you can see, they're opposite. So these two go here, these two go here. The signal's there. So they lock in. And yeah, the tricky part I was struggling with the 2-lane. I forgot I could have taken this 2-lane here. I could have taken this shape and just pasted it down and signaled it, because it's the same power pole. I could have taken the center one. Yeah, because the 4-lane is basically a center 2-lane with an extra lane on the interior exterior. So dummy me. Oh well. And then this the 2-lane is basically a merge here and an overpass. The good thing is that you're eliminating this traffic here. So when you pick off, the trains go under, and instead of having to cross over. So you're saving all in the middle here, you're saving all that. Show them right here. You're saving 50% traffic crossover here. So this train that's going into the 2-lane to the pickoff here, going north, it does not stop any trains from going east-west on this rail. So you're saving that traffic, and likewise the other way too. So the elevated rail is definitely saving traffic flow issues, but you still have merge and merge right here onto the main line. Now when you get up to in this area here, let's say a train's coming from the west and going eastbound and up, and a train's coming from the east going westbound and going up this way north, you're going to have a bottleneck here, right? I mean, they're going to meet. So one train's going to go and the other one's going to have to stop. But at least it's not happening on the entire intersection. That's what's key there. So what else is going on here? So the yards. Oh my God. So what I did was I just took my 4-laner, which was I had to get this done in order to get this done. And at first I forgot that I have to invert the yards. So the stops are here, and I had them all facing down. And I'm like, wait a minute. Oh no, I screwed up. I gotta redo all the rail. No, I forgot that the train stops are alternated, So if I, go to my old yard here, these are down, these are up, right? Facing down, facing up. And that's going to be the standard for all the yards. They're going to be north-south. Here is the slope. I call it the swoop down. And then there is the swoop up here. Swoop down, swoop up. This particular block here is a yard block. And I can actually have a build within here. So this is 33% more trains. And 33, is it 33%? Yeah. I think, because I added a yard. I added 16 more trains to this whole network here, and it's less space, so it's 33% smaller. But this block is bigger, so it's kind of hard to get the sizing, So I'd have to get this percentage to this percentage, and then this percentage. I'm not going to do that. It's crazy. It's work. But at any rate, so what's going to happen here is that this intersection here, this 4-lane to 2-lane pickoff, will go here. And then it'll swoop up. And you'll notice that I have some rail here, which I'll explain. And then, let's see, in the middle, because this one will be here. And then I'll have another intersection here at the 2-lane pickoff, is what I'm calling it, right here. Potentially. It may not always be that way. So it all depends on how the build shapes up and all that. So whatever I'm rebuilding, gonna find out, what can I do with this block here, So the plan is to have at most for small builds 1, 2, 3. So I could do 3 lanes, just swoop up, straight across, and swoop down. Now, when you get the yard stuff here, you see, yeah, I'm going to do a 4-laner. It's a crazy amount of rail, I know, but we're going to be getting into some crazy stuff coming up here. So normally, we're going to come down, and we're going to be right 1 tile above this. Oh, I got to fix that there. That's fine. This is just an example, actually. I had to place this in because I need to know where my rail has to go for my swoop. So normally, now what I'll probably do is blueprint this whole thing like in pieces. So I'll have it in my blueprint book because I don't want to lose this all of this. So this is more for high throughput deliveries. So normally we would come down here, the train would come down here, I should say. And then we'll pick off, go deliver, come and leave on this lane here. Now, if there's a build at the end here or the beginning here, mainly at the end. So if there's a high volume build here, well, it doesn't matter where it is. What's going to happen is I'll have to service that from this lane right here. But this lane right here will be the express lane to get to the end build. So because there might be some snarl ups here. So this is something you have to be just cognizant of. If you're not, let's say you're like, oh man, I forgot about that. Well, you just have to rip the build and redo it. It's like, you should be paying attention, right? Now, the example for that is the aug build here. So it's a 3-lane situation here. And then I've got these diverters so that, okay, let me just, the train has options to go here. And then it can go all the way down and go up to here. Because this is a massive amount of material coming in. So that's what that is doing down here. So I'm trying to, contemplate that now because of what I've been experienced with those aug builds, because they are just hungry. Now, the other thing is that's an old recipe. So with the new recipes, you get more out of it for less. So the new recipes are productivity. But you would think, oh my God, I got all this stuff, I got to feed it. No, actually, it goes down. You get higher output with less input. At least that's the theory. Now, let's go over to this one down here. And this is the loading concepts, which I'm still flushing out here. But here is what I'm going to be doing. The concept is here. I just got to finalize it here. Now, I'm going to flash up an image. I went into my 1.1 save, and I have the superior trains. So the whole point of this loading situation here, the rail is a different animal. I have to rebuild everything because all these new recipes and everything is antiquated, and I got to just rip and replace. And it just frustrates me that they have a contiguous train, then they go to the advanced train and split them up, then they go back to non-split trains with the Nextlet trains, and then they split them again for the superior. So this is planning for the Nextlet 2 superior. So that image, you'll see that the superior train can handle 8. And it's very odd that I can fit 8, but it can. So it's I think that, I'm not entirely sure here. You know what I got to do is I got to check out where these trains actually hit. So by looking at the image, there is actually 2 more mini loaders that you can put on to the train. It's very odd. So that gets me thinking that maybe those trains are longer, right? But I mean, that's okay because as long as you're hitting the front. So you'll notice that it's front loaded here. So the mini loaders are top side. So I can add 2 more mini loaders once we get to that stage of the game here, of the mod. So yeah, something I just thought about. Now here's the fluid wagons. So luckily the fluid wagons, they match up between the two. So whether you have a Nextlet train, advanced train, an old vanilla train, or a superior train, the fluid hitboxes are going to be the same. The difference is that I have double-headed trains and the trains get flipped. So I have to accommodate for a train that gets flipped between transit. So now it doesn't really matter if it gets flipped because I'm going to be filling both trains' cars up, and the arithmetic combinator is going to cut it off, and then the train's going to time out and leave. So the counters are going to be in the build, and that's going to be a part of the design. So this one here, I'll have to experiment a little bit on my other save here with the superior trains. Or I could just cheat them in here and blow them up in a case there, so I could see how things go. So I don't have to keep starting that damn thing up. So what we have here, this is a requester here, and it's wired such that if I... Now, the reason for the 2 is because I don't know which side I'm going to be on. So the bots, when they go to build this, they'll throw everything out on the map. Well, I can... Oh, I'm going to load on this side or this side. I can delete the side. And the wire is wired such that it will stay connected to either one. So that's the key there. So you'll notice that this here combinator is wired to each tank individually. So this is a 200,000 tank unload, capacity unload, either side. And you don't need to do anything with the combinators. It's just going to load, right? So this is a high volume carbon dioxide. Boom, here you go. Now these right here, even for small builds, I'm going to be using this. It's going to be standardized to this one right here. And that's because of the split train crap. Now, this gives me a lot of options for outputs and inputs and stuff too. So that's another good thing. Now let's go down here. This is a requester. So these were providers here. So if we click on this, this is a... this is a requester, sorry. And then this one is a requester here. I think this one, yeah, this is a requester. So I move the combinator here, the LTN combinator, and it's wired to each individual tank. It's not wired in series or anything like that. Because if I want to pull any of these tanks out, I can, and it won't affect the wiring of any other tank. So it's key to have that because, you know, mistakes happen. You forget to wire a tank. Now you're getting 3 trains coming, you know, because, you know, oops. Now, I don't know about this piping yet. I think this is the way it's got to it has to be. So you notice that I have every single tank piped up right here, right here. This one's going out and up. Oh, I forgot one. Oh, no, this one's going here. Yeah, the pipe visualization here. Yeah. So that one's going out and up. This one's going straight up. Yeah. So each one of these is piped to a tank. And then each one of these pumps will have a filter. Now, the reason I want these 2 tanks here, these are 80K tanks. So this is not a high volume drop off, but it's about middle, let's say middle. And the maximum that we're going to be able to store in here is 70K because these are 70 kiloliters. So there'll be a maximum of 8 here. And I don't want to go too crazy with the unload and load. So what I would want to do is have maybe multiple. So we have to load off of one side or the other. And this can be flipped over. I just have to repipe it. So if I want it on this side, I just have to do that. And that would blueprint it. So the key here is we have the ability to do 8 fluids here as opposed to 4, which I usually do. Well, I could do max is 6, but it's kind of, you know, a little bit crazy there. It gets kind of messy. This is pretty tight. I like it. And then, yeah, I think it's best to keep the fluids like this because now this, I just put these like here. I mean, you would stagger them so that, you know, you can pick off and whatnot. But it all depends. At this point, you would repipe this for however the machines are laid out, you know. So this is a 70K. So pretty much every loader is going to have the combinator. So we will not have any overruns or potential to overrun the tank capacity. This one is just a 100K tank unload. This is a requester here. And this one I think is requester 2. Yeah. So this is a 8, that's an 8 tank, 8 fluids or gases. This is just 1 here. And then we have over here, this is a provider. It's a 200K provide. So, and that's because we'll have 150,000 capability for the train, right? So we're thinking long-term here, superior. And there's a counter already on, and the comedy or the pumps are set to greater than 0. All you got to do is put in the fluid you're loading here. And this is 2-sided because I don't know what side I'll be on. So you just pull up the side you don't want. And now that I just thought of something here. I think this is wired south. Yeah. So the point of this is to pull up one side or the other, because we don't need 400,000. At least I don't think we do. Let's say we do though. Well, I can load up 400,000 of something. That's fine. But chances are I'm going to be doing one side or the other. So I'm going to leave it like that. But what I should do is wire the output of the combinator here, the arithmetic, individually to each pump. That way, if I pull up something, it won't affect the other pumps. So that I think I'll do that. I'll do that edit. And then we have here just 100 on either side for a load. And you'll see that it's the same thing. So each tank is wired separately to the combinator there. So everything is wired, and it's intentionally set to provide with a high value there. So you can put your information in, and it won't, deliver a train before you're done. So I'm going to be thinking of other combinations of this to make life a lot easier, because I'm going to have a lot of rebuilding coming up, folks. Now, while I was sleeping, the computer was running, and 1 fish. So it had a 9-hour time. The base ran overnight, no problems, no snags. So I finally got 1 additional fish. And, remember, it's 0.3% chance to get one of those things. So that was fun waiting for that. Now, I'm not sure how many things we're going to do today. In this episode, the plan here is this. So now that I got the rail all squared away, and I'm really happy with it, and we're ready to rock, okay, we're going to spin up a couple creatures. I'm going to try to do a couple easy ones. The sap, we'll spin those up, and then I want to start to upgrade the sap extractors. One more thing that I want to talk about here, and that is, I'm going to copy this mess. Going forward, I'm going to start from this side here. And I know I said I wanted to wait till after PyScience 3 research is done, but I think I can start now and start to get these blocks in, at least over here. So I'll be working on this off screen, of course, in between episodes. So you can see that on the upper and lower left, just above the new 4-way intersections, you notice how it keys in perfectly there. So those T's that I have, let's see, right? Yeah. So the T will be, I'll have to put in my legacy T's temporarily, I think. But I have to be very, and it doesn't matter. So let's just say that there's some legacy rail. That's fine. I'll just have to find it. Now, I wish that we could mouse over, drag over something and find out, oh, there's a legacy rail somewhere in here, because it's just rail. You have to actually mouse over it to find out if it's a legacy rail. So I wish there was some way to, figure that out, but I don't know if there's a mod out there that will allow that. The problem, so yeah, there's a problem where I have to use my current T's for connecting to the existing system here as I go. So I'll have to work on that, or maybe do a workaround on that. I don't know. The other issue here is if, like for example, I've got this in, well, this whole thing is just a mock-up, proof of concept. And, oh, look at that. Look at that. That's the first I've seen trains in here. They're happy. They like it. That's so cool. Oh, and by the way, check this out. This is awesome. So I'm going to get a rail. I'm going to put it down. And I'm going to go like this. Oh, it goes above it. There we go. We can go over buildings. And this was in a Friday Facts. And I thought, oh no, I've got this rail right here that's going to run into this thing, right? So we can go bloop. Isn't that awesome? Now, let's see how this goes here. We could probably go over the whole thing. Yep, look at that. This is just delicious. Well, I don't know why it's... Oh, there. Oh, look at this. That's crazy. Oh, it's trying to connect. Oh, I see. Yeah, it's kind of farting out. But yeah, it'll work. You know, you just have to manually place it because it's having trouble resolving it. So if I have a mining op like this, because that's the big problem that I've had in the past, is I'm building on, you know, these nodes, you know, or I'm too close. And now we can access them. I'm so happy about that. I better get rid of this before I forget. All right, folks, I think that's enough geeking out over rail. Let's get started on some animal spin-ups. I'll meet you up at the biolab. And like magic, here I am in the biolab. Folks, let's get cracking. So I'm gonna cut this. Well, let's take a look first. Now, the way I'm looking at this here, at least I'm assessing this here, we need our level 3 sap trees, 5. That gets us 1 level 4 sap seed, guaranteed. However, we need, in order to spin up our sap trees, 6. So that is 25. 5 times, I think it's 30, maybe 30, yeah. I have 25 here, so I might have miscounted. And this is our sap tree spin up. And that is our module. But we need to supply it consistently with sap tree seeds of the Mark IV types. And that comes from here. So we have a sap generator, but we need the level 4 saps for the sap generator. So the seeds have to come first in order to get the tree. The tree goes in here, and then we generate sap. Then, I think this one here, this is the tree generator. So we have to have this for... this one gets swapped out down here. So the system and how it runs is I have the level 3 sap here, and that gets put into this one. So we have 5 sap to 2 seeds, and those seeds go to this one. Oh my god, I get yellow inserters on here. I'm gonna get rid of them. I hate them. Anyway, so we have this one here. Now this makes takes the seeds, makes the sap trees, and then we get a consistent supply. So there's a little bit of jostling around here. So let's go ahead. We'll cut this machine here. Plop it there. Then we get our muddy sludge temporarily here. Do I have power over here? I do not. So we'll just slap that in there for now. And yeah, I don't want these things in here ever. They make me feel sad about my life. We are in the big leagues now, folks. So I'm going to shift right click and left click. And I don't need those, but they're going to bring them anyway. And then we'll load that up here. We're going to get the moss, the urea, and everything. You know what? We're at a stage of the game where I very rarely have to worry about, oh, I don't have something. So it's getting better and better. So here's our sap tree seeds. Now, while that's running, I'm going to cut this one out. I love the cut feature. I can't live without it now. I'm so happy that we're on 2.0. So now what we have to do is the same thing here. We'll request the blippity blop. And we should get, yeah, we got the bone marrow and the fertilizer there. And there we go. 2. Put them in there. And now we're generating a sap tree. Now, I'm not sure if I need more than 1 because we generate the sap now from here. It's not powered. Well, we'll pull it down. So let's get this tree here. Thank you very much. Now we put it in there. And yeah, we just need to power this. So this one comes out now. Oh, I forgot. This thing spits out from here. Yeah. So we'll put that there. We have 3 seeds. So this one is just 5 seeds to 2, or 5 sap to 2 seeds. I think that's the same here. 5 to 2, yeah. There we go. So now we're going to generate 2 seeds there. I think we'll just go into that one. And I might as well generate enough sap tree seeds here so that I can run this a little quicker. And then we have to have enough to do these 2. And then this is sap for the entire bio area. So I'll upgrade these as well. And there it is, the final one for this. So we're at 7.5, almost a little over, versus 5.77. That's pretty quick. That is nice and quick. We got 12 of those. So what I'm going to do is generate. So now I have enough to switch this over here. So let's go. Yeah, oh, we got 4. Okay, good. I think what I'll do. Yeah, I'm going to have to switch the recipes over now. So I think, yeah. Yeah, let me pull this one up. Because we're done with these now. Oh, I got to switch the recipe. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's it. Okay, so we could generate the 3s with the 4s in there. So let's go switch that out. We'll grab this crap here. Shift click all that in there. Okay. Now this recipe here will change to the level 4 seeds. Now, it's just that one right there. And, oh, we got, oh, give me those. There we go. Oh, I see what's going on. There we go. All right, so this one was generating the 3s and kind of screwing up the situation here. And there we go. It was that easy. So here, what I have to do is take out these and then change the filter to the level 4. There it is, way down at the bottom. Holy cripes. Hey, we got one! So all I gotta do is take it and boop! And the final sap tree. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna upgrade this stuff and then we'll get started on our creature. We'll probably do just 2 today since I did the rail stuff. Because I wanted to talk about that. It's very important for next 100,000 episodes. Okay, folks. The winner is Scondrix's. This is the first one we'll do. And then once we get the percent chance done, we'll end the episode here. I have massive prod in the in this thing. I don't know if it's going to do me any good, but if I could save a few brains, why not? So I need a total of 28 to upgrade what I have. This is the first piece of many, or one piece of many. Over here, it is a mess. Definitely need to rebuild the biolab. Now, all these bioprintable creatures here, yeah, it gets pretty tricky because we have, like I was saying, I think in the last episode or one before it, I don't know. You know, we've got all these different things going on. We've got all these codexes here. And I just want to deliver everything that's needed to build the stuff here as well as to the hub. So I still want to keep them separate. You know, because this is a totally different animal in my opinion. But there's some commonality between the two. You know, for example, you know, we need, well, oh, I think it's the earth thing here. Yeah, we need iron plate, for example. And a few other things that are common, like the circuits. Because I'd like to do all the codexes within the biolab here, because that's where they're needed. So if I grab creatures to do something, it'll just whip them up, and I don't have to do any intervention. Right now, I mean, I don't mind doing it, but it's not true to the automated form that we're supposed to be at, right? This one, it needs 3 fluids, so we should be able to tap into there. So we got that. Shift right click and left. And we don't have the Scondrixes. Oh, we do have one now. Hey, look at that. So we have everything here. Look at that. Now the flavonoids, unfortunately, I got this mess right here. And what I think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to patch a pipe in, like, right there. Man, this pipe visualization is crazy cool. At first, I wasn't a fan of it. And then I'm like, you know what? This is actually pretty good. Because now I can see, oh, it's not connected when it's blocked by stuff. So now I am a big fan of pipe visualization. So that's flavonoids right there. So let's go ahead and break this pipe. Now there we go. So that's fluid number 2. And then the fetal serum is just right here. So I should be able to get this spaghettied up there. Alright, we'll start with the source again. Go up 3. And I think... Oh, yeah, that's right. Good. There. There. And then we'll pull this one all the way down to there. And we got them all. There we go. Now we just need the Scondrix Mark II. Alright. So what I was thinking is, yeah, I have them on the network, right? Should I pull them in here? I'm thinking yes. So let's go ahead. I need a breeder. So this one is done now. So let's go ahead and copy you. Oops, copy this one. And we have to be, well, I don't have to be here. It can be anywhere. And this is only for the spin up, or to get the % chance now. So I think I'll just, you know, plop this down here. I'm wondering if it'll copy paste. Let's see, it's red. Can we do this? Yeah, we can. So the only thing I'm missing... Oh, look, I do have Scondrixes in here. Oh, do I have them over here? Oh, I do. Oh, I spun them up here, too. So this can come out. I'm going to tear this out, because we won't need this anymore. Oh, that's a good thing. That's a good... Yeah, I'm glad it's here, because then I don't have to deal with setting up a train, because I'm running out of slots in the train thing. So let's go ahead. We're going to copy you. And we'll plop this here. So that way I'll run over there and get it. And then I need to get modules, so I need 4. Okay, here's the breeder. And now I'm going to set that to there. This is temporary, so I'll plop that there. And then all I got to do... Oh, wait, what happened here? Oh, hold on a minute. We got to do this. Yeah, it's slurping them up. That's fine. Yeah, because I have 4 in there. So now I have to bring in salt. We got the salt, baby. And hopefully some level 2 Scondrixes. Oh, what is this putting out here? Oh, we get a Scondrix. Oh, okay. Well, that's interesting. So what I have to do... Oh, I think I'll put a wood case down here. We'll have to do this. I don't think it crafted yet. And then this will have to be Scondrix, regular. Cut, baby! There we go. Oh, the barrels are going out. Oh, okay, I have to take care of the barrels separately. Alright, hopefully that'll take care of all this mess. We got the barrels going into a active provider, meaning get them out of here. And then I got this filter set for the 2 little buddies. And then we'll feed the Scondrixes back in for another mating session there. They're pretty cool looking. I like their head. Now I got my handy-dandy speaker set up here for greater than or equal to 3. Just in case it goes to 4, you still want the speaker going off. Just in case I step away. And we're good to go. So let that run. And then, yeah, all we got to do, we need 3. So to review, mouse over, we need 3 to start up the process to get a 4th. So it's 3 to 4, 3 to 4, and it builds up that way. Very slow process. And then over here, how we looking? This is pretty... Oh, look, see, we're going to get a prod hit. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. What I'm going to do is make enough of these. If I get more from this productivity process as well as the other one, that's fine. You know, free animals, you know, I don't mind that. Well, now, apparently we have our Scondrixes. Let's pull that up and disable that. I sped this thing up by doing that, and there we go. 3! Alright, let's slice and dice them up and make more of them. Slap! Oh, baby. Oh, I went down to the solidified Socorros build. What's the Paragon build? Because, I don't know, there's an imbalance. I don't know if it's ever going to resolve itself. But the rebuild, what I'll do is I'm going to do a Paragon build with the Negesium. But then we got another one after that, so we'll have to see. I'll do it in a block and leave a lot of room, I guess. So there we go, folks. 3 Skondrixes to 4. And then that'll spin this puppy up. And we'll get that going. Over here, how's this thing doing here? Oh, it's all done. Yep, there we go. Oh, we got 38. So I'm going to pull those productivity modules out. I might as well take these out of here. I'll just hand deliver them right to the case. That way, you know, they're all here. So we have, how many does it take here? One card. There's one in, how many are in here? 2, so that's 3. And then we have, so I have 42 Skondrix level 2s. Skrondrix or some, whatever the hell they're called. So I'm limiting this one to 28. Yeah, 28. I'll upgrade that. Now, one thing I wanted to mention, I did this one first because this build here, I wanted to upgrade the Skondrixes first. And then we'll work on the Dingrits next. And I think I'm going to leave these little guys on the network here. And now, let's see, I can pull this up here. We'll get rid of all this. And I'll repurpose the Skondrixes in the build. And the Dingrits will eat them. And this all can come out. Which I remember now. I spun them up here. Then I made the build. And I go, wait a minute. I could have spun them up over there. It was a long time ago that I did this. So it's all coming back to me. Oh, I had to make mushrooms. Let's get rid of this stuff here too. I used my level 3 mushrooms. Haha, cool. So this all can come out here. Oh, ah! Alright, there we go. One less thing hanging around here. The Dingrit, I think we'll do next, like I said. And this is the % chance. Oh, we need to bring Yadles, which I have in the network. We got the Cage Skondrix and all that. I might bot this up temporarily in that area. And then, yeah, I'll temporarily bring in the Yadles. I'll see what I can belt, you know. It doesn't look too tough. So what do we have? A 0.5%, 50% chance to return a Dingrit. And then this is this is a new recipe right here. I don't know if I want to do it yet because we haven't ramped up. That was for, I can't remember. Oh, that was for the B spin up, but now it's for science, which I haven't had a problem with that build. At least I don't think so. So we need, I think, 4. Yeah. So next episode we'll do this sucker. And then what do we have here? What is this? Oh, we're done with that. Okay, good. Now the Bodos, we gotta do the Mark II fuel rod here. So I don't know if we'll work on that next. I'd like to knock all those out next episode. And down here, look at that. I've been saving these off here so that we can spin up. Because I think each fuel rod, the Mark 1, 2, 3, 4, or whatever, there's a 5 as well. And we're going to need this stuff here. Okay, so there we go. Got one more level 2 out of the way, or one more creature spin up. So I hope you enjoyed this episode with the rail. We got 2 new things. We got the Sap Tree and the Skondrix. Oh, yeah, I have to go out and deal with this thing here. This is, believe it or not, done. There we go. It didn't take long. Oh, it's still going, though, a little bit. Yeah, I'll go and update those that are out there. The problem is some of the builds need a lot of sap now. So I'll do a max rate calculator, but I'm going to upgrade it anyway. There's no reason not to. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Peace out.